Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. I hope everybody's doing well out there today. You always see videos all the time of my most expensive records in my collection or the rarest records in my collection. And they show stuff which is great, but there's no chance you're ever going to find it. Or if you do find it, there's no way I'm going to be able to spend that kind of money for those records. Last week I was watching, and Steve Carlson did a video of the 10, or maybe I think he did 11 cheapest records in my collection. So I thought, that's pretty cool. I can do that. And a lot of the records that are inexpensive are not necessarily not good music. A lot of them is some really great music. Just either people don't want them or they printed so many of them that they really don't go for a lot of money. So I went on Discogs, where I have all my records, and I checked to see the least expensive. I have about 50, a little over 50, maybe 65 records that have no price on them at all. They've never been bought or sold on Discogs. So some in there may be really expensive or really cheap. I have no idea. But these are the ones that came up as the least expensive records I have, starting with the most expensive of the cheap records. And the first one up is a classic from 1959, and it's the Kingston Trio at the Hungry Eye. This is one of the first records I bought. I would probably be 10 years old when this first came out, during the big folk revival of the late 50s, early 60s. I remember one summer I was in summer camp, and the counselor had a bunch of Kingston Trio albums, and he played the guitar, and I really got into the whole folk thing. And there was sort of, after a while, when the folky people came in the 60s and stuff, they seemed sort of more, I don't know, more commercial, shall we say. But they turned a lot of people on to some great music. And yeah, the Kingston Trio, this is from 1959, comes in at $2 medium Discogs price. Next one from 1967 also came in at $2, and it's the great Dean Martin. And I love this album. This is Welcome to My World. Dean was just, what a fantastic voice. And he just, when he sang, it's like, it was so smooth and so mellow, and it's just wonderful to listen to. This has A Little Old Wine Drinker Me, which is great. The Green Grass of Home, Wallpaper Roses, I Can't Help Remembering You. It's just great. A Place in the Shade. Fantastic record. $2, 1967. Next one is a, not a soundtrack, a Broadway show tune. Original Broadway cast recording. The great Fats Waller, and they did a show of his songs called Ain't Misbehavin'. It's a 2-record set from 1978. Comes in at $1.99. And if you're not familiar with Fats Waller, it's a great way to get introduced to him. He wrote Ain't Misbehavin'. What else do we have in here? Ain't Nobody's Business If I Do, Honeysuckle Rose, Jitterbug Waltz, etc. Fantastic. Ain't Misbehavin', the musical of Fats Waller from 1978, coming in at $1.99. Next one is one everybody probably has in his collection already, from 1980, Jackson Browne, Hold On, coming in at $1.98. Fantastic album. Hold On, Hold Out, That Girl Could Sing, etc. Great stuff. Jackson Browne, coming in at $1.98. Next one is a country artist, great musician, Ricky Skaggs, from 1981. This is his album, Waiting for the Sun to Shine. And Ricky Skaggs is coming in at $1.94. I mean, for $1.94, great country album. Next one is a classic country album, which I really love, the earlier country stuff. And this is one of the greats, and it is the great Tex Ritter double album called My Kind of Songs. 2 records, 20 songs. Yeah, it's electronically enhanced with stereo, so it's not, fantastic or anything sounding, but some great songs on here. And Tex has such a great, deep, mellow voice. Really love his stuff. And again, Tex Ritter, no date on this one, but it came in at a whopping $1.53. Next one is one of my favorite guitarists, and I don't know why it's so cheap. And it is Stephen Grossman. This is his album from 1974, and it's called Yazoo Basin Boogie. Great guitar player, sort of like John Fahey, Leo Kottke kind of thing, but more bluesy. This record is a collection of traditional rags, fiddle tunes, spontaneous blues, and classic piano rags. It was recorded in my home in Rome, Italy, using professional recording equipment. Stephen Grossman started his own label called Kicking Mule Records, and there's the label. And anytime I see anything from Kicking Mule, I grab it because he always has great, a lot of times unknown guitar, or not unknown, but not well-known guitar players on his label. So yeah, Stephen Grossman, and this comes in at a whopping $1.50. And this is a great album. If you see anything by Stephen Grossman and you like that kind of guitarist, like the John Fahey, Leo Kottke kind of thing, I would definitely suggest you grab it. Next one is a great record from 1976. I remember when this first came out. This was a hot album for a while, which is maybe why it's so inexpensive, because it was so hot and many of them produced. And it's Phoebe Snow and her album Second Childhood. Starts off with Two-Fisted Love, Cash In, No Regrets, one of her big songs. Fantastic singer. Had a very hard life after... this album, produced by Phil Ramone, by the way. And on here, accompanying her, David Sanborn, Ron Carter, Ralph McDonald. Great stuff. She had, I guess she had a child born who was severely disabled. And she basically gave up her touring career to stay home and take care of her child. Did a lot of commercials in New York, but stayed in New York with her child. And her child died finally, and then she died like very soon afterwards. So sort of sad, but great singer and a great album. And like I said, Phoebe Snow from 1976, another record for $1.50 you can pick up anywhere. Fantastic. Next one is a... blind buy that I bought, and I'm big on blind buys if you know me. This is from 1986, and it's a guy called Sandy Owen. Never heard of him, but the album is called Boogie Woogie Rhythm and Blues, Ensemble and Solo Piano. I love this record. I love that boogie woogie kind of piano blues playing. It's from 1986, recorded in Los Angeles. On Ivory Records. Has saxophone, drum, trumpet, but fantastic album. Sandy Owen, and he's coming in also at $1.50 from 1986. So now and then you find the blind buys and you can score big. I love this album. And the cheapest record I have in my collection, no date on it, and it is the great piano player Teddy Wilson. And this is his album featuring Teddy Wilson. If you don't know, Teddy Wilson played in the Benny Goodman band when Benny Goodman had his integrated quartet, which he got not a lot of trouble for, but he insisted that he needed these guys. Teddy Wilson was a piano player, and he played for Louis Armstrong. He played with Benny Goodman. He played with Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald. Fantastic album. Great. I have a number of Teddy Wilson albums. It's on Sutton Records. And this album is still in the shrink. Medium price. No date on it. Comes in at 82 cents. Medium price. Which is just ridiculous. Great jazz piano. So that's it. That's a 10 cheapest records in my collection. I didn't do classical, I didn't do CDs, I'm just doing LPs. And so there are still really great music out there at a really good price. You don't have to spend all that money to get good music. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. And until next time, peace.